Welcome back to the Beard Bros podcast. Hope you guys are having a great day. Before we get into the video, please like the video, subscribe if you haven't. Again, pushing the Assurance Home Charity Golf Tournament, October 23rd. Please sign up early. All the information that you'll need is in the link or in the description below. There's a name, a number, an email. Please call them. They are pushing for youth, so try to sign up early, get ahead of the curve. I know it's a few months away, but just thought I'd throw that out there for you. What else? I don't know. I think that was it for announcements, I guess. We have no idea what the hell we're going to talk about.
Yeah, there's not really much that's going on. I mean, we were looking at trending stuff, and it wasn't really that. It was a lot of Olympics and
a lot of Olympics going on.
Turkey's fire.
You know, the world is going to shit.
I seen China was testing over I think I said 100,000 people because there was an outbreak at the airport.
Well, I mean, I won't doubt that there's going to be another outbreak. Now, do I want that? Nah. But if it happens, it happens. If it's fake, what does it matter? I look at it this way. Everybody complains about COVID being real or fake. And I just look at it as, what does it matter? Like, for instance, this is a good topic. They're talking about how gas prices are going high. Yeah. And people try to blame the president or whatever they want to blame. You're just looking for someone to blame because I guess that's just the type of person you are. But nonetheless, the whole point of it is, if tomorrow we woke up and gas prices were
50 cents,
let's say $5.
Oh,
higher.
Yeah, okay.
You know damn well you're gonna pay for it.
Yeah, what are we all gonna do? Go get a fucking?
What are you gonna do? Have
Tesla?
a protest?
Yeah, I mean, it's like in my industry. It's like we're gonna go that way. Lumber is crazy, but people are still buying it, building houses. And
exactly. There's never. It's not gonna just be nothing all of a sudden. Like, okay, another thing is, like right now, New Mexico is pushing for kids to have, wear a mask.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And I said this from the get-go when they were allowing kids to get back into school, which I thought, and you could say I was wrong, but when I thought that school shouldn't really go too soon to school, that someone might die. Well, I don't think any students died, at least not near me where I heard anything. Now, maybe somewhere else. But what does it matter if kids have to wear a mask?
Yeah,
like the parents have to decide whether or not your kid wants to have gets vaccinated, mm-hmm. And they're saying that the kids that are vaccinated don't have to wear a mask, and the kids that aren't vaccinated have to wear a mask.
Which makes sense.
But what does it even matter? Like, what I seen this whole petition online for the protesting of kids wearing masks or not.
It's like, would you? I don't know. I guess I'm at the point in my life where it's like, would you want to risk your child's life just for a simple piece of fabric over their face?
And if you're so worried about it, then let them get vaccinated.
Or teach them yourself.
Because clearly kids have gotten vaccinated and been okay. Yeah. So if your kids have gotten vaccinated, you got clear examples of people in the same school that have been vaccinated. But you're basically saying, I'm not going to allow my kid to get vaccinated because I don't trust the vaccination, but I also don't think my kids should wear a mask. So you're basically saying you don't believe in corona.
Because there's certain public schools that if you're not vaccinated, you can't go to that school. Like, if you're a parent, I just know this because Kevin Gates, none of his kids are vaccinated. And he said, they asked him, what's the repercussion of your kid not being able to go to a school? He's like, well, then that's not the school for them. They have to go to a school that allows, non-vaccinated children to go to their school.
And they probably have to wear masks there.
Yeah, these kids probably are definitely having to wear
So that's what I'm trying to say is if you're not happy with what's going on at this school, take an example of, and I'm not trying to break him into the mix like he's a good or bad person, but Pastor Troy from Church on the Move took his son. I don't know about his daughter. I think they homeschool her. But, and please, this is just what he has said at church. He had his son go attend a Christian church in Lubbock, Texas, during last year. So I'm just saying, yeah, maybe that's not affordable for you guys, not everybody. But, I mean, I don't know. I don't see the big deal.
A Christian church or Christian school?
School.
Oh,
Did I say church?
You said church.
Oh, school.
That's what I was
Yeah, he went to school over there.
Oh, yeah, I know his son that was my age was homeschooled for a long time, so I'm pretty sure that's how they, like...
Well, I don't know. I'm just saying, what's the big deal? Because I think from 12 and over, you can be vaccinated.
But then, like, somebody else is going to say, what's the big deal wearing a mask? You know what I mean? So
that's what I'm saying. People that aren't going to let their kids get vaccinated basically are the people that are saying they don't believe in Corona.
Yeah.
But then they would cry wolf if their kid gets sick and dies.
From Corona. Yeah, that's true. I guess you're right.
But I don't know.
I seen I was looking on Twitter, same topic. Holocaust was trending, and it's because people were trying to compare the vaccination to, like, Nazi times and shit.
I mean, that's what kind of has been... I'm not going to mention any names at this point, but I'm just going to say that's kind of been... That the people that have been vaccinated, okay, that they have an identity because they don't have to wear a mask, whereas the people that are not vaccinated have to wear a mask, which takes away their identity. So they're like singling people out. But, I mean, it even goes for teachers that have to wear masks if they're not vaccinated.
Mm-hmm. I think nurses are getting, like, fired for not being vaccinated.
And I seen that protest. It's like we went through the whole pandemic without being vaccinated, without any vaccine, and now you're telling me that now that, you know, there's a vaccine, you're going to fire us?
I mean, it's kind of like your job, though. It's like, my job doesn't let me smoke weed or do crack or, you know what I mean?
So you think taking a vaccine should be a part of a job? So if your job came to you and said, hey,
but if
I have to get vaccinated, you have to get vaccinated, show me doctor records or we're going to have to let you go, what... Like, don't answer the question, I'm just saying that's what potentially is going to happen.
Yeah, because, like, truck drivers eventually going to be like, hey, you're moving out of state here, there, and everywhere.
You're in and out of every state.
If you want to keep your job, you're going to have to get vaccinated. I feel like that's going to be a possibility. So if everybody that has a license that's truck driving out of states...
I mean, I think it's going to happen with everybody.
Probably is going to be.
I mean, I don't doubt that everybody that's working gonna have... I mean, it's just going to have to be the case.
Or do anything because, like, you think about it, like, getting on a plane, like, we just seen some dude faked a vaccination paper and got fined $20,000. It's like, eventually the people aren't going to allow you on the planes without, you know, probably vaccination papers.
Yeah, I mean, you could drive everywhere.
You can't go to Europe.
Yeah, you can't... Well, I don't know. Maybe there's a way.
Yeah, I guess there's a way, right?
There might be a way to drive to Europe. But for now, there's not. But I'm just saying, as far as, like, local, like New Mexico, I don't know. I just think everybody always finds a reason to complain.
And, yeah, it's, like, dumb complaints, too. It's not even, like, I don't know. I guess it's dumb to me, not to them. I guess.
Yeah, they got for what... And I guess that's the thing is we don't have kids, so we don't have to deal with that kind of situation. But even then, like I said... If you're so worried about your kid wearing a mask, which I don't really see the harm in it, other than I feel like, you know, when the media kind of pushes something like Corona, they push Corona and they're like, oh, Corona is so deadly and now Delta is so deadly and all this stuff so deadly. So they hype it up.
Yeah.
I feel like, no offense, I'm not, like, again, I'm not going to say who, but I'm sure people could put it together if you know anything a little bit about me, that some people fill people's heads with the idea that oh, their identity's being taken away now and we need to stick up for the kids.
It's not even like, this is like social media in general. Like, they'll say dark chocolate is nasty and everybody, oh yeah, dark chocolate, fuck dark chocolate, and everybody's just riding that wave and shit.
Yeah, it's a trend.
Yeah, like if one person says and another person says, it just starts becoming like a fucking pandemic.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying is people are filling people's heads with, oh, well, we can't allow this because it's wrong. And it's like, is it wrong, or are we just trying to make our presence known by making a big deal about really nothing? Because what's the worst of wearing a mask? Let's just put this in perspective. There's really no harm in wearing a mask.
I look at it like this. It's going to become where we're going to wear a mask again for quite a while. I see Walmart's employees already started. Our boss had a talk with us. It might happen.
So see, that's what I'm saying is it's probably going to happen, and it's inevitable for everybody. But the thing is you're always going to get that pushback from people. It's always going to be like, well, no, I'm not okay with that. No, that's unacceptable. No, I'm not doing that. And it's like, why not? Why is it so hard for you to just be, you know, what's the word I'm looking for? Just,
you don't have to be a king.
Compliant.
Yeah, you don't have to be a king. You could be a pawn for a little bit, man. You don't
it's not even just like bowing down or anything. It's just like, just do it for the little while it lasted. Because if you would have just not complained last year, it only lasted probably a good maybe 8 months, 6 months.
Of mask.
Yeah, like it was.
The beginning was no mask.
Yeah, 2020 started in what? February, March, and then it lasted till maybe September, October-ish, because kids were back in school by the fall. And then, or maybe no, I think they started in the spring. So by springtime, so about 10 months, it didn't even last a full year.
I was saying, like, people, I don't know, I guess people are just uncompliant with shit.
I just think it's just dumb because, like I said, it's not real. The kids probably don't even mind. It's the parents that are like, no, my kid ain't doing that because I said, well, cool, your kid might die. Like, if that's what you want, I don't know, like, maybe they won't die. I hope no one dies. But what does it matter, I guess? Like, they're gonna die or not die.
Yeah, I mean, so we're all gonna die, but shit. You want to prevent your kid from dying at 12?
Like, look at it this way.
22?
You trust our government, but then we got fucking lieutenant sheriffs driving on the wrong side of the freeway or the highway,
Mike,
super drunk. Like, I'm just saying, like, shouldn't we be arguing that? Or we're having officers blast a kid because they thought he had a gun and he had nothing but his cell phone. Yeah, there was a moment in the whole incident that there was a gun, but if anyone had went and checked the car, and I know they got walkie-talkies, would have been like, hey, the gun's in the car. But everyone's so quick to go do whatever they want to do, which is, I guess, blast people.
A cop killed a kid?
He was like 17.
I didn't hear about that.
You didn't hear about that kid? I think he was a kid. I don't know.
I almost seen a cop shooting right there on Poe when I was going to disc golf one day. I was like probably 5, maybe not even that far away. I was probably 2 minutes
It was, I think it was up north, and something happened where, and I don't know the whole story, so fucking sue me. But
paraphrase.
He ditched the car and took off on foot. Then they found him and he was hopping like fences and whatnot. Then they finally caught up to him and he looked like he had probably been exhausted from running. So he's in the front yard. And I'm not going to lie, the one angle, I guess it kind of looks like he might be reaching, but it wasn't like he reached and turned around threatfully. Like, he didn't really even reach to, I wouldn't say, that's just my perspective. I don't even know the kid's name. I don't know his family. I don't know anybody. So
I barely heard about it just now.
But then they unloaded on him. Like, just unloaded on him. He was dead on arrival or whatever.
Actually, I did see that. I think there was an investigation on that.
Well, there is. Like, the cops got suspended, and now they're looking at potential justice. I'm just saying, now we're getting a little sidetracked and off topic, but the point is people talk about picking your battles and whatnot, okay? But then it's like, there's a lot of things going on that you just simply can't control. You know, your law enforcement, I'm not saying every cop is bad. You just have your bad apples. But then we've talked about this where your good cop should somehow stand up as a leader or an enforcer or whatever. Say, that guy is not a good cop.
Yeah.
He potentially could be something that ruins our reputation here. And now look, someone did do that.
I'm not gonna. The sheriff department should have made a video. I seen they put out a statement, but they should have put out a video.
But he's kind of defending them.
Mm-hmm.
He's defending them, and I'm not saying I know all the ins and outs. That's not what I'm saying. I'm not even really scrutinizing what exactly happened. But what I am pointing out is you just see it everywhere. It's not even just here. It's just funny how it happened here that, like, I don't, but people praise Mike Harrington of being a good sheriff. May that be the case or not, whatever. But the fact of the matter is, an incident happened while he was, the sheriff of the town, and he didn't really address it what I would consider appropriately or considerably.
Sounded like his PR team took over more than he
did. And he kind of was like, yeah, they were on leave, but then they got back, and it's like, okay, well, let's see what happens now. But I heard that it's the district attorney or the district court that took over, so those guys might actually be doing jail time, but we'll see what happens.
The guys that shot the kid?
Yeah.
I know the dude that got the DWI didn't apply with the breathalyzer. Certain things that probably cops know not to do, like not to take it, be an aggravated DWI. So that's what he got. He got an aggravated because he didn't want to blow into the.
And now watch, he'll probably get off.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He knows how to beat the.
It's just funny because we expect good from our cops, but then we have. I bet you those cops didn't do it, even if he was willing to do it. You know what I mean? Yeah. They're like. Oh, hey, go check on this guy, be careful because remember, our reputation's on the line.
Probably took their body cams off.
Yeah, who knows what exactly happened, so...
So, Mike, are you going to put a breathalyzer in that cop's his
cop car? Well, you might not even have to do anything. I'm just saying, it just goes to show, like... I don't know, everybody wants to do good, but nobody sees things for what they actually are. And I'm not saying I have all the answers. I don't claim that.
Not till about 2030 when you run for mayor.
I'm going to be president by that time.
Okay, Jake Paul.
Shit,
that shit was funny when they were like, we're debating on who's going to be the president. Oh, it's off topic, but yeah. They were saying that them two are going to run for president in 20-something.
Hey, someday it might be me. I'm just saying, vote for me. I'm just saying, I know what's wrong and what's right. I think, okay, so there was a guy that went to our church recently. I don't remember his name. Charlie.
Oh, yeah, I seen that. The politician?
He's like a Christian politician guy.
Yeah, I seen that.
Like...
Also seen Church of the Moon
removed a guy. But see, something happened there where, I don't know exactly. I guess they posted somebody posted something and it got linked to them people. So then it got back to Church on the Move, and then Church on the Move was like, yo, y'all can't be here. Like, who knows what the threat was or what exactly were the intentions.
I seen him on Facebook. He was kind of irate about it, but I was just
like... But see, it got all mixed up. See, that goes to show, something just like that. Even they came out and said that they were sorry and they apologized to each other and everything's good now. Bygones be bygones.
But the dude that got kicked, I'm going to let you keep going, but the dude that got kicked out, he is like a controversial dude. Whenever they're having the Black Lives Matter protests, he was on the other side. With the
but that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. That was kind of the point of all of that, was just kind of something like that. But the thing is that other dude... I think people, and I'm going to just say it, I don't even care, you can come after me, maybe whatever. I just don't understand how people at Church on the Move really see things. Because, like yesterday we were at church and even Pastor was preaching. Shout out Pastor Troy, you were killing it yesterday. But we were all quiet. I'm usually quiet anyways. I don't yell, hey man, hallelujahs, none of that stuff. I just sit there and actually listen to the word. And so anyways, we're all listening. And it's quiet in there for a change. But even Pastor Troy made the joke about, like, if we were talking about something else, like whatever, like politically wise or anything just off topic, you get claps, you get cheers, you get whistles, you get all these things from people. And they do that constantly. But then when Pastor Troy will hit them hard with, like, drinking's a sin or premarital sex is a sin or all these other things that you don't really... It's like crickets almost. Like, a few people will agree, but it's not as cheerful as whenever, like, he talks about, like... Not necessarily Donald Trump, but nonetheless, like... Let's just say, like, not Biden either, but that the president isn't doing a good job.
Yeah, you're right. Hallelujah, brother.
Yeah, like they're all in agreement, and I'm just kind of like, you don't seem to, you people that agree with all that stuff. That's cool if you're into politics and all, but then are you really? Are you just like you mentioned earlier with the trendsetters? Yeah. Like it's not even about being wrong or right. It's about being in tune with the other people.
I don't want to feel weird because I like Trump and everybody else like Trump. I want to just like Trump. It's like, you could not like Trump and you could not like Biden and you could like both if you really wanted.
You could still like America. You could just not like how it's ran.
Yeah, definitely.
That's how I feel. I don't like America as, like, I say this a lot. Like, I don't care for America. Do I not say that a lot? I say it all the time.
He says it a lot.
He says
it in front of people. I'm like, yo, bro, these motherfuckers like America.
They're like American livers.
Like fucking have
no, but see, people are gonna always say, "Well, have you ever lived somewhere else?" I'm like, nah. That's not the message that I'm trying to send, that I don't like America.
It's like, I don't like Mexico, but it's like, I don't like how Mexico's ran. I'm not even going to live there.
It's just more like, I don't like America because if you paid attention to anything in history class, and even if you didn't, if you paid attention to any recent history, you'd understand why America is not all that great. Like, it is in the sense of...
It has a perk.
But then here you are complaining about masks. Like, you're American and all this stuff, but you're complaining about masks. Like, you tell me that, oh, have I ever lived anywhere? Have you ever lived anywhere? Like, China? Where your air is not purified like it is here? Because
where they wear masks because of that reason?
Exactly. Or, like, all these other things that are going on in the world.
Like, everybody keeps bringing up, like, depression stuff, and it's like, go to China and live in China and be depressed.
Yes.
There's no opioids for your care.
But that's, my point being is, okay, so that guy came, let's get back on that track. That guy came and he was talking about America and all this stuff and how we're, like, a divided country. Mm-hmm. And this is where it's bad. Like, this is where I don't agree. No.
Oh, okay.
But, like, he's like, okay, it's not about Biden. And then they'll cheer, but then he's like, but it's not about Trump, and it gets kind of quiet. Because they're all Trump lovers.
So it's like black and white with people.
Okay, and then he's like, but it's not about blue, and then it's not about red either.
Wait, hold on. What do you mean? We're all liberal here? What the hell?
No, but then it's like... But then the problem that this is what I see and what others don't see. I don't see blue and red. I don't see Republican, Democrats. I don't see Donald and Biden. I don't see any of that. What I see is there's good and there's evil. And anytime you do anything, you can sit there and say, well, it's one or the other. There's no...
in between.
Like, people say, oh, well, I'm on the fence. No, you're one way or the other. There's no on the fence.
It's like if you're like a real Christian, you're not on the fence.
Yes, like, you're not living in the world and a Christian lifestyle. There's no such thing as that. But that's my thing is, people get so caught up in trying to be right or trying to be... with the crowds that it's so hard to actually... People talk so much about being themselves, but if you ever notice that there's not very many people being themselves.
No, I understand it completely, because one night I was talking to some people that knew a friend. They were a friend of a friend. They were all talking about politics, and they asked me, and I was like, I'm probably not the person you need to speak to about politics. They're like, wow, I really don't keep up with it. And they're like, so Trump or Biden? I was like, I like both of them. It's not like I care what they're doing. It's not going to really put money in my pocket. Not taking really money out of my pocket. Like, it's not really making a point for me. I don't really give a fuck. And they're like, I really liked you until you made that comment. I was just like, that doesn't define who I am just because I like both. Like, I don't really care.
You could have said you'd like neither, and then probably would have still said the same thing.
Yeah, I'm like, I don't really care who's in president. It really doesn't.
And it doesn't matter. That's the thing. You guys might hate me after all of what I'm saying right now, and that's completely fine. But at the end of the day, for me, it's just like I said, I will fight for what I believe in, especially when I know that it's right in the sense of it being good. Like, there's not, I'm right, and then you look at me and you're like, but that's wrong. That's not what I stand for. I stand up for what's right when it's good.
Like, yeah, like you got to think of like some like. Do you think not wearing a mask is right or wrong? It doesn't really like.
I don't think it matters.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Like you're fighting a battle that
like,
doesn't matter.
Do you think like this is gonna be? We're both probably gonna agree on it. Cancer patients should have free like.
I believe so because that was some. I mean,
like that's the right thing to think.
It's tough because then you start getting into the whole like communism.
Yeah,
it's like everybody has equal rights to everything, and it's hard because I believe cancer patients because everyone I think in the world can agree cancer sucks.
Yeah,
there's no good cancers. But the fact of the matter is...
There's no good cancer. Sorry, I don't mean to laugh at that. But there's no good cancer.
I'm just saying. So in the argument of, at the very least, when it comes to like chemotherapy for people that have cancer, I think it should be given free because they don't get the choice of having cancer. So you shouldn't have to have the choice of being able to pay or not.
Then somebody be like, well, it's taken out of people's pockets. Like,
but whose pockets is it taking out? Scientists?
It's like, even then, like, United States is in billions of dollars a day. Who gives a fuck if we're taking money?
But I'm just saying, like, when it comes to, like, other things that people have to take I mean, I guess at that point, you would just need to move to Canada and you get free medical care. Like, it's free there.
For real?
Yeah, like, you don't pay insurance for medical.
So, no, you trying to take me to Canada? Or
yeah, but the tax rate over there is stupid. Like,
I'm cool with that.
Like 70%.
I'm fine with
you
that.
You won't make no money. That's why everybody's like, kumbaya over there. Because nobody's really rich and nobody's really better than anyone else. And you get free medical, but then... it's really not worth it at the end. That's why if you look at every nation, this is just for the people that don't really know, we are one of the more like equal opportunity here because you can change outcomes where it's like you can make a lot of money or you can make very little money, but nonetheless you're gonna live a lifestyle of some sort where most places
that's true because there's like certain countries that like streaming video games is like illegal,
right?
So it's like you could be there and be like the next phase adapt and shit, but it's like you can't play games,
right?
So it's like
that's the only thing is that's the problem you run into with a lot of that stuff. Nonetheless, I just like I said, guys, I don't have kids, so fucking cry me a river so I could swim in it. Because at the end of the day, I'm sorry, but it seems to me that I care more about your kids than you care about your kids, I guess, maybe. I don't know. Like, that's fucking fight me for it. I just don't want to see one day that, 4 kids from Roswell High died because their parents didn't want to let them wear a mask. And, yeah, maybe you think that the masks don't work. That's cool. And maybe you don't believe in the vaccine. But just remember... this is my biggest probably advice to you. You reap what you sow. So if that is what you believe in, just best believe whatever the outcome is, whether it be consequential or beneficial, just know that that's what you rained on your own parade.
Yeah, it's like showing your kid that you could be defiant, pretty much. Like you're like kind of in a certain way. You're showing your kid to be defiant. Not more of you're probably gonna be like, oh, I'm showing them more of being like. Individually like thinking differently. No, you're more showing them that he's probably gonna be in jail in a couple of years.
I don't know. It's like I don't understand the philosophy behind the whole not wanting to wear a mask. Like I said, it doesn't harm anybody.
And if you don't want to wear a mask,
and if you don't want your kid not to, yeah, you can go vaccinated children, and that's cool. Like I don't know. I'm not looking to get vaccinated, but it's there. And if you don't like either one of those options and you don't see a solution, you can homeschool. You're going to sit there and say, well, I can't stay home all day. I got to go to work. Then I just feel like...
cry me a river.
Yeah. Like, just get over it. You're not even the one probably wearing the mask. It's your kid.
It's like a double-edged sword with these people.
Yeah, like, it's probably if you just ask them, hey, do you mind wearing a mask? No, Mom and Dad. Okay.
My friends do it.
Yeah.
That'd be
Can
cool
I get a cool mask?
Yeah.
What kind of mask you want? I don't know. Probably
Spider-Man,
like
baby.
My favorite team.
Hey, I'll let the Beard Bros get you some masks.
Yeah, like you Beard Bros. I want one of their masks that keep it real. Mom and Dad, you suck. I don't know, but at the end of the day, what I do know is it's not that bad.
Low key, they were talking about how y'all don't let me wear a mask and shit.
Yeah, like that's the facts though. Is you just if you better. I think if you stop teaching kids negativity, like what they're trying to make you do, boy, or
it's the Holocaust. It's Hitler.
They're trying. Nah, man.
Even though John was throwing the Hitler sign yesterday.
It's not that bad, bro. Like, it's not that bad. But, I mean, you do what you want with your kids. This is something that I thought of the other day, too.
I'll be a good-ass dad.
The goal of having kids, because this is something that I see from a lot of parents. The goal of having kids is not to one day drink or get drunk with someday.
I know. I see that, too. Because somebody was like, dang, I'm going to kick my dad at the bar. And I was like, damn, I probably would never do that. They're like, why? I was like, my dad don't drink. And he was like, for real? I was like, yeah, I probably never have a beer with my dad.
Yeah, like, that's the thing is... And no, that's not even a thing that I learned from my parents. Like, yeah, they've never drank with me or never will. But the fact of the matter is, like, I'm not doing that. Like, I'm not trying to get my kids drunk or blaze it with them or
put them in an addictive state. Like,
yeah, like, and then they're going to end up in jail and shit. Like, I'm sorry if some of you people don't have good relationships with your parents. But, and kids, for that matter, I always say respect your parents. Do what you can for them, but at the end of the day, sometimes your parents are just not good parents, and I hate to be the bearer of bad news when it comes to that, but it's not a bad thing if you get away from them to do better for yourself.
Yeah, because you teach your kids to get drunk, that's addictive, and then you don't have to be alcohol, it could be addictive as in this mindset now, like you want to...
Yeah, like if you're out there fucking all the time, you bring them home and your kids are like, oh, is that daddy? No, that's fucking... Bob from the fucking bar.
No, that's my fucking car. What's it called?
He bought all my drinks tonight. And maybe I'm being a little sexist because I'm speaking more of women. But I mean, let's be honest, guys. You don't take care of your kids, so.
I was gonna say women have more rights, like with their children getting.
I'm just saying, yeah, kids are more with their moms, so moms just like at least be somewhat of a lady, like I guess.
Like a what are they called? Like a hidden slut. You don't have to be like not even if your kid like
no. It just
you can let everybody know, but like let your kids be like blind to it.
Yeah, I don't know. Like don't get me wrong. I'm not. You're gonna sit there and probably criticize me and say, oh well, you don't drink, blah blah blah, so blah blah blah. Yeah, that may be true, but the thing is, I did used to drink and I did see all that stuff, and it's not that long ago that. I doubt things have really changed all that drastically. Mm-mm. And so for that matter, I still see till this day like a bunch of people that don't always have their kids and are always out and about every single weekend. And I'm just like, you know, you do your drinking thing. I'm not here to judge you. You go and do what you want. But I'll never be on the fence of or on the side of drinking's good for you. That's not true. Drinking gets you where you want to go. That's not true. Drinking is the best thing ever. That's not true. I'll never be on that side. And neglecting your kids to go and do those things, I'll never be on that side either. So for everyone out there, maybe you didn't want to hear that, but then again, maybe there's someone out there that needed to hear that.
Yep, somebody got to hear it. And if it ain't from us, it's gonna be from CYFD. So
yeah, hopefully not.
Either you listen to the Beer Bros, or
I know you listen to the Beer Bros, or you're gonna end up with no kids.
Well,
I mean, it's been pretty good for me.
I was just saying the same shit.
But I don't have kids that I had to give my parental rights up or anything. I'm just saying, like,
yeah,
who knows really? I don't know. On to other news. We're going to Albuquerque this weekend. That ought to be pretty fun. So, okay, I guess that's something we should have probably mentioned at the beginning. We're going to be a little bit busy this week. Are you off Friday?
I'm off Friday.
So we'll probably leave, we could probably even leave Thursday night.
Yeah, I get up at 4.
So we might leave Thursday. If you guys can, shoot. We might put 2 videos out on Sunday. So we might not post Wednesday and we might not post Friday. But I'll put a podcast on Sunday, and I'll put a...
We probably could. I'll tell you about
what?
We could talk about... Well, the game's Thursday.
What game?
Cowboys versus Steelers. So we could watch the game.
But we'll be on the road.
4 o'clock.
Yeah, it's not like we're going to leave right at you get off. You said sometimes you get busy and don't get off at 4.
No, sometimes.
So then...
Boss, I got to get up at fucking 3.
Nah. If it's cool, but that's what I'm saying. We might not. And then even then, that's a shit game. Maybe Dak plays 1 series.
That's
maybe.
Fine. It's just football, though. I mean, I love
No, don't
football.
get me wrong. I want to watch it, too, a little bit. But, I mean, for me, I'm just kind of like... I'm thinking ahead of time. Because we already said we might not post this. And we were supposed to have a guest. Motherfucking Mark. What the fuck? But anyways.
Again?
Yes.
Hey.
He's the one that hit me up. And then I planned yesterday... Which this is gonna be out today. Congrats! We keep getting videos the day of. But anyways, he's supposed to come and then he never hit me up later on yesterday.
If y'all don't know, I have a concussion. So
This nigga got a concussion.
So right now I'm currently concussed.
He's currently cussed.
It's not too bad today.
But
Yesterday was bad.
I was just thinking if we go Thursday, we could probably film either Thursday night when we get there, go get some food and review it. Or Friday, go somewhere like maybe for breakfast, film it. I'll do a little bit of editing while I'm there. It might not go as hard as it's been in the past just because I'm be limited just to my laptop. Maybe I can download Premiere Pro. But nonetheless,
we'll do something crazy for y'all.
I was thinking of doing that, and then I'll edit when I can. And then we'll just do a podcast on the way back here. It don't have to be long. It just be like whatever length. And then I can get back. That takes no time. And then I can edit, post that, and or I'll have to post a food review. And it'll probably be both on Sunday. So it'll still be 3 videos a week. It just might be... It might. I don't know. I don't know what we'll do yet. Like, it's just up in the air. But I'm just leaving that door open so everyone's not killing us for Wednesday. We still have tomorrow, but then that means if we do something tomorrow, I have to edit it, like, within a day. And
a little less than a day, because I get up at 4, so it's like...
Yeah, so then by the time we film and I get all the footage and I start it, it might not be till Wednesday sometime during the day I edit.
Actually, might have a video for tomorrow. Well, let me see if this guy will hook us up with something.
Well, it don't matter what we do, but...
He's cool.
Whatever. But yeah, I don't know how we even got on that topic.
This is off topic. It's still topic, but it's off topic. I have a homegirl that wants to do a food review for us, but we can't do it. Technically, I can't do it. You could do it, but I don't think you want to do it. So she sells. What does it? Yeah, she sells. I guess she's a licensed person to sell like medical marijuana snacks. She wanted us to do a food review, and I was like, I'm cool with it, but I don't do it. Like, I won't eat it.
Well, why doesn't she just make us other stuff that's not edibles?
I don't know. I guess that's just her thing. So it's like I said. I was gonna say if anybody wants to.
But see, that's hard. Well, I mean, I guess we could do it. Like, get 2 people
we'll
that.
Get Chris and.
Well, who blazes it? That I know. Nobody.
Josiah.
But I never see him enough.
I know. I don't know a lot of people that blaze it. But yeah, it was just I thought about that shit when we were talking about food.
Because have you ever noticed that, like, I'm not pointing anyone out, but, like, I've been to other clubs for disc golf, and, like, people blaze it.
A lot of fucking people.
But at our club, no one blazes it. Like, not a single person in our club blazes it. And maybe they do on their own time, but they're definitely not taking it out there and blazing it like everyone.
No, because you go to Carlsbad, you got my boy T-Dog, you go...
Yeah, you go everywhere, and you got people blazing it all the time. Like, even the other day, we were with some peeps in Ruidoso, and they were blazing
That was El Paso's guy.
Yeah, and then now it's just like... Now that I'm thinking about it, like... People freely do it. Like, they just bring their shit and blaze it.
But when you play disc golf, it's kind of like you're not really out there. You're just like you're out there.
That's the thing, though, is like, I think it's why they consider it a hippie sport.
I guess so, huh?
Because a lot of people say that disc golf is like a hippie sport, which I can see why with that perspective, but it's really not. Like,
it's pretty.
If you guys didn't watch The Preserve this past weekend, where were they?
I don't watch it very often.
Michigan? I think they're in Michigan. Or maybe they're somewhere else. Nonetheless, man, that lead card for the end, Macbeth, Ricky Wysocki, Eagle McMahon, and then some Matthew Oram or something. I don't really know who he was, but fucking stacked with the badasses. Like the 3 top world disc golfers on the card.
Macbeth, Wysocki, and
Eagle McMahon.
Eagle's a fucking beast.
He's a beast, and I fucking love Eagle McMahon. Eagle, you're watching, dog. I'd love to just chat with you sometime, man.
I'm off.
That'd be dope. Man. You're like the Kobe of my disc golf.
I never really watched Ricky Wasaki, and I didn't know what he looked like. But I follow his lady on Instagram, and she's fine as fuck. Hey, no offense, Ricky.
Nah,
no offense.
Rickie's a beast though too, dog. Like Ricky is just on another. They're all on other levels. Except I'll say this: Ricky and Eagle, you can kind of see are the ones that start like taking over. Eagle's only like 20 years old, and Ricky's a little bit older than that. I think he's like 26.
Oh, look like 30.
Yeah, well, he's like only like 26, I think. But Macbeth is like in his. I think he is 30 or maybe 31 now. But he's like on his back end of his career, and it's weird because it's really not. But like those guys are so good. Like Macbeth is good, but man, like Macbeth looks like he's always got to be focused and zoned in to be good. Yeah. Where Eagle and them look like they're not really trying.
Like Chloe.
Yeah, they're just like
she just goes up there.
They're just like fuck it. I'm sick. I'm fucking really good.
I was playing with her yesterday, bro. She doesn't even think. She just grabs one of this. She thinks, and she's like, "Fuck it, bink." And I'm like, "God damn, Luke." I was giving her praise. Like, you could throw the fucking disc.
Yeah, she's pretty good for just not really caring. Like, I'm sure she cares, but like you said, the if she could be a little bit more patient, but then maybe that wouldn't be good for her.
I don't think it would.
Because sometimes I feel like when I take too long about thinking for it, sometimes it won't go as well. But then again, I say that, and then when I don't focus, I'm like, why didn't I take my time? So there's like a good medium for me. I have to really... Even recently, I found something that's been working for me. It's not even a technique or anything. It's the most random thing in the world.
You doing? Taking Adderall before you play?
No. Well, before... Like, I would wear a hat. Like, I like this hat. This is probably going to be... I got another one coming in, too. But, like, this little, like, windbreaker, little light, thin hat. But I don't really like wearing hats. So I think I'm done with hats during tournaments. Like, I'll play when I'm out there or whatever with the hat. But probably during tournaments, definitely not. But... What I did find that just low-key, I don't know why, it's just I noticed it. I don't even do this ever, really. I started chewing gum. I never have done that in my life.
That makes sense, because they say when you chew gum and you take a test, it makes you more focused.
Really?
Yeah, it's a real thing.
I'm going to have to Google this, because, no cap, I'm not lying. I don't chew gum.
Peppermint, only, like peppermint.
I do spearmint.
Oh, that's the same shit.
Okay, yeah. So... I don't ever chew gum, like, ever, really. But the other day... No, not... Yeah, it was the other day I had gone for the mini. And I was like, you know what? I really want... And maybe it was because I really wanted to play good. But, I think I ate something. And I only had gum in the car. I didn't come home. So I threw a piece of gum and I shot... one of my better rounds, and I didn't even play that good. I knew I could have played better. Yeah. And then, so I was like, oh, that's weird. And then I started doing it, and now lately, I've been chewing gum, and I've been playing really well.
Let's see. That's for just like, it's not saying like, I remember in school they used to say that shit.
Maybe it was a myth. Just look up chewing gum. I don't know. Chewing gum helpful. Both the act of chewing and the flavor of artificial sweeteners in the gum stimulates 10 times the normal rate of saliva flow. Not only does it increase
chewing gum can help you stay focused for longer on tasks that require continuous monitoring. I can't say it.
Previous matter or something.
Yeah. So.
Huh. I mean, I don't know. I'm not going to say I'm naturally pretty good, but I noticed that it was like, that's weird. Like, I don't even ever realize I'm chewing gum. I just know I have it there.
Yeah. I don't mean, that might be your niche.
Maybe. I don't know. That's just what I noticed the other day. Oh, it's been a couple weeks now that I started doing it. I was like, okay, well, it's working for me, so I'm going to keep doing it till, I don't know, something goes wrong, I guess. I don't know what goes wrong with chewing gum, but it's like the smallest little subtle thing that I started doing.
Yeah, I know what helps me. I just take my time. If I take my time before I throw every time, I throw fucking.
Yeah, I've been playing decently good lately.
I've been playing pretty decent.
Pretty excited for this weekend. Like I said, we're gonna be in Albuquerque. If you guys know of anywhere that we could do a food review, maybe it's a cool place to visit, whatever, let us know in the comments or DM us, and that way we can kind of try to set something up. I'm not even sure where we're gonna stay yet. I'm gonna be honest, we might end up staying at Rich's house because the Airbnbs are not there. And Tasha and them are wanting to stay with us, but I was like, I said yeah, but I looked last night and there were kind of nothing.
No?
It's just hard, I'll be honest. I think the hardest thing to do is find Airbnbs for like a buttload of people.
Oh, yeah.
That's the biggest problem is you want like 7 people and it's like, you want everybody to sleep comfortable. You never want people to be on the couch. So in order for that to happen, you want everyone to have their own bed. And it's like, how many houses do you really know that have, like 6, 7 beds? It's just very rare to have that.
I know. Billy rented one out in Albuquerque. They had like 15.
Yeah, but they also spent like, I think $1,000 a night.
Fuck that.
So if $1,000 a night, even if it's like $800 a night, that's $100 a person a night. So you're looking at 2 bills per person. For that price, we might as well just go get a hotel, then share a room and get a bed and then leave it at that. Like it's just nice. I'll say this, like ever since doing Airbnbs, like having the kitchen and having your own room and the restroom almost, and it's just a little bit better. You have your space at the end of the night. It's just a little bit more chill, but I don't know. We'll see what happens. We'll be there for a couple, well, it sounds like probably 3 or 4 days, which is nice. And then,
oh, fuck, man. I've been fucking all tired all day today.
Yeah. But, alright, guys. I think that should be about it.
Yeah, I don't think we have anything else.
We didn't really have much to talk about then yet. Here we are.
I know we went on a rant.
Yeah, we just went on a crazy rant. So hope you enjoyed today's episode. Like I said, if Wednesday doesn't have an episode, it's only because we're looking at probably Sunday of posting too. If I can edit and do everything by like Saturday maybe, I'll post it. But it's going to be hard because I won't have a way of like making a thumbnail and stuff. And that's the only thing kind of sucks because that's our Instagram. There's our thumbnails.
Oh, yeah.
So, alright, till next time guys, Beard Bros. Peace.